Hi, I'm Rachel Renee, an artist, creativity coach, and your internet hype gal.
And I'm Lauren Hom, a designer, muralist, and chef. And this is Crash Course, a Chaotic Creatives mini-series about gathering in the material world.
Throughout the series, you'll follow along as we imagine, plan, and launch an exciting in-person workshop in New York City that you can actually attend this November.
And hopefully we'll inspire you to host a workshop of your very own. Let's jump in.
Last week on Crash Course, we talked about why we really think it's important for artists and creatives to host workshops, and we kind of introed our start to teaching.
Yeah, how we each got into teaching, just our experience, what we even teach.
And now we're going to start talking about the brainstorming.
Hell yeah.
Here we go. So let's get into the brainstorm. So we have parameters that we've already decided. You mentioned in the last episode, like, I want to come visit you in New York and spend some time with you for your birthday. Also, meet with my editor.
Yeah.
So it's a business trip already.
Mm-hmm. We're co-teaching, so we're kind of finding this Venn diagram of like, what's the Rachel and Lauren teaching Venn diagram?
And so we kind of like came up with a list, offline and narrowed it down already.
Yeah,
so
we came with a lot of ideas, and for the sake of brevity, dear audience, because we can go.
Yeah, we sure can.
Yes.
We're going to pitch two to each other.
Yes.
So we already know it's going to be an in-person workshop in New York in November-ish. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So my two ideas that we narrowed it down to are to do a scrap fabric weaving. So like think thick weaving where it's like a wall hanging, like a pot holder, but big.
That's a perfect way to describe
it, right?
Yeah.
And like, I do a lot of my digging for ideas on Pinterest, like just seeing what's inspiring, what looks fun, what I want to try. And then my other idea is a paper mobile. So like cutting out shapes, maybe doing some little 3D stuff, and then having it.
The wire?
Yeah, a wire, or like in my head it's a stick, because
like a dowel?
Stick and rock kind of gal.
Right.
But we're in New York, so it's not like we have easy access to just
sticks and rocks.
Sticks. Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
You know what? I bet I could find one.
You would need to sanitize those sticks, though.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to pass on the sticks. Dowels.
Sure, dowels.
So dowels.
Yeah. And I know you had shown me some like visual examples, and
Yes.
they're very, very cute too.
Yeah.
And I think, in terms of the Venn diagram too, like you do a lot of fiber arts, like you're a quilter, like this makes sense. Like,
yeah, I guess like you don't really you're not like a fiber.
It's on my list.
Yeah.
Just, it's still.
Okay. So we need to like think about what the Venn diagram is between you, me. So there's like that overlapping Venn diagram. And then there's also the Venn diagram of like what people ask of us, what we are jazzed about, and what we can charge money for. So I guess we can get to that.
Yeah.
But
So these
just
are like the factors that are coming into play as we're brainstorming.
Mm-hmm.
Like we each probably had initially, I'm sure we each had like 5 to 10 ideas.
Yeah.
But there are some, you could in theory teach anything, right? Like
Sure.
I'm sure we could teach like 20 different workshops.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I'm sure they'd be fine.
Okay. So your two ideas are what?
My two ideas, I was thinking we could do this feels so like 2010, but I'm bringing it back. Full millennial. People know I'm a millennial because of my fucking Vans.
Your sock length and your Vans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sock length.
I tricked him. I'm older than you.
Felt pennants, like banners.
Yeah.
Like
I have them all. Oh, there's probably not any in here, but I have them all over my house. We're in my house, by the way.
Whether it's the triangle ones or it can be rectangle, just felt, like cut felt.
Yeah.
I feel like that could scratch an itch of like lettering for both of us.
Yep.
It's a tabletop
Fiber.
fiber for you. That seems like something that would be feasible to do as a craft, and like that I'd feel confident teaching. That would
transportable.
Like I think that could make sense.
Yeah.
And I would feel confident like being able to sell that.
Yep.
And like gives people enough flexibility in what they make. I think that's also one thing that I've been thinking about, and like you and I have been kind of noodling on, is your messaging of like play with my like the kind of workshops I teach tend to be more like technical skill.
Yeah.
It's like blending those two worlds of I don't want to do a workshop. And I actually don't even teach workshops that are like, you're going to walk away with this specific outcome.
Right.
I want to give people like kind of an open-ended, like you have some autonomy to like take the project in whatever direction.
And I think that pairs really well. Yeah, like I feel like how I've been talking about what I teach is really a mindset and like theory kind of work.
Yeah.
It's about creativity, yes, and ethos. But it's more like, hey, yes, we might be doing this activity, but it's really to get you thinking about how your mental approach to creativity is maybe stuck or can change. And so like, yeah, I like the idea of keeping it open-ended because I really like play and exploration to allow for kind of, if you go in with an expectation that you're going to make a mug, like I'll use the play with clay example, and we both are drinking out of mugs that I made.
Mine has a really gnarly lipstick stain.
Cheers. Great. But like if I taught a workshop that was like, okay, we're all going to make a mug. Everyone has a general idea. I mean, it has to be a vessel that holds liquid. It probably has a handle.
Unless it's a trick mug.
For
your enemies.
And then there's a hole in the bottom. That'd be sick. Like if you like invited people over and you're like, wow, you're drinking that really fast. And they're like, I'm so thirsty. Stupid.
It's just like a pinhole, so it just puddles around the bottom.
Yeah, and you like give them like a really good coaster where you have some sort of an intricate system mug for your enemies.
Diabolical.
Incredible. So yeah, how I teach my play with clay workshops, spoiler, is that I don't tell them what we're making. Because if they're coming in and I'm like, okay, make a ball, make a coil, make this. Okay, now all of a sudden put those 3 things together and you have a vessel with feet. And then allowing them to just like make shapes and put them together, it opens up the path for exploration.
Yes.
Whereas if they go in with the expectation that it's a mug, they might get frustrated when they can't
script.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of us keeping it open-ended so that I can talk about, because I'm sure we'll bounce back and forth as we're teaching of like lessons.
Because I think there's a time and place for that. Like you can just go buy a craft kit that tells you like, here's the pieces, and you're going to end up with this very specific lamp or something.
Yeah.
There are products for that.
For sure. And that's not fulfilling to me because so much of, whether it's my dress for yourself or prioritized play or whatever, I don't ever want people to just do exactly what I do. I want to encourage them to try things that will be their version of what lights them up, whether that's like an outfit or whatever. Like I like giving parameters to help refine their own vision.
And personally, I think this is why you and I like are obviously doing this podcast together. We have similar like creative philosophies. Some people are more prescriptive teachers and some students want that.
Right.
And, there's things like science where like you do want some more prescriptions.
Yeah. We believe in science on this podcast.
Yes. But I think a lot of creative teachers, my favorite creative teachers tend to be like less like, here's the formula because, you can't really templatize a lot of creativity. You can templatize like a skill, I guess.
Yeah.
But you really want to give people just like some guardrails and just some ideas.
A container, would you say?
Yes. Please sponsor us, Tupperware.
Oh my gosh. I actually, while you're in town, we should go to the Container Store.
I only travel carry-on.
Well, you can morally support me at the Container Store.
I will be there for emotional support. But yeah, I like the idea of keeping it open and playful as like one of the core tenets for this workshop.
Okay.
So
felt pennants.
Felt pennants feel like that could be a fun craft for us to do.
Yep.
Or workshop for us to teach. And then my other idea is a little bit out there.
Okay.
But you and I have talked a lot over the years about how much we love paper mache. Like, this is actually a wine bottle with trash wrapped around it to make the lumps, and then paper mache'd over, and then painted with some sand paint, which is just paint with sand mixed into it.
Well, if you're not watching the video, we'll drop a picture somewhere.
Yes. Just imagine it.
Yeah. What is your imagination telling you? That is what it looks like. Yeah.
So you and I have talked about how much we would love to host a paper mache workshop.
Yeah, and
before.
I'm really jazzed about. I think I've talked about paper mache in the last season.
Like the last, 5 times we've FaceTimed to catch up. We're always talking about all the garbage we've collected, like packaging and just recycling, and how we're gonna turn it into a piece of art or like upcycle it. I think upcycling is a big thing for both of us.
Yeah, I think we tend to be like craft supply hoarders and like, I know there's a way I can reuse this, like creative reuse. Absolutely.
Yeah. But one thing that's always stopped us is like the dry time of paper mache because it's obviously really wet and sloppy.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that we could do taper mache, which is it's a technique I've seen my friend Meg Lewis do, which instead of using like either the flour water paste like and newspaper strips, or like the paper mache paste or my junk mail like paper pulp that I've done, which are very wet and take time to dry. You just use masking tape over some kind of armature, and you get a kind of different lumpy texture to it. But as long as you tape it well, you can paint over that and still kind of get a...
Okay, I have a question. Can we use joint compound, like drywall mud? That feels...
Right, because you were mentioning you were thinking about that for a lamp.
Yeah, I have a lamp that I started doing this, like using my trash because where I'm staying in the UP, they don't have recycling. And so I'm like, I cannot throw anything away.
Oh
and
no,
so
you take a girl from the city and put her in a place
in a house with a basement and a garage. Like that is packed with boxes and packaging material. So I did what you're saying. Like I created this weird organic lumpy shape around this lamp that I was going to donate. And then IKEA has some really cool weird light bulbs right now that fit a normal light bulb at the base. But they're like big. And so I'm like, okay, I could get one of those weird light bulbs. But I was going to try to do joint compound. But I guess I'm not sure if that... Because that seems like it dries faster than actual paper mache.
Joint compound. So I made a giant croissant for Kristle. And I did cover it in joint compound, but the base was paper mache, like the paper pulp that I make. We can link to the recipe if anyone wants to try it. My only thing about joint compound is for something like a lamp, if it's going to be like used or bumped into, I don't know how strong it'll be. But for a decorative object, I feel like it might be okay.
Like if it's just sitting on a shelf?
Yeah. But if it's not going to be load bearing and if it's not going to be like moved around a lot or handled, it'll probably be fine. Because you're right that joint compound does set up. Because when I did Kristle's croissant, it was cool to the touch, like still curing.
Yeah.
But I was able to paint it.
Right.
So we might be able to get away with that.
You can get that kind that's like it starts pink and then it's like it turns white when it's dry. Have you seen that kind?
Spackle?
I mean, there's a pink like drywall mud that I've used to like patch holes and stuff, and it's pink when you put it on.
Are we talking about different products?
I don't think so. I think they're all just like different names for...
Okay.
Yeah. Huh. We need to have like a professional builder come in and tell us.
It's all good.
Anyway, I mean, I think any of them could be work for this purpose. Okay, wait. So I really like this idea. Like, I think when we think about the Venn diagram of you and I, the one creative practice that we both do regularly or have done when we have access is ceramics. True. And we would love to do a ceramics workshop, but like, it's not as approachable because even from not even a teaching perspective, but like people learning ceramics, like you have to go to a studio, you have to have access to clay in a kiln. Yeah. And like that feels like something that people should learn at a studio.
That's true. And neither of us are necessarily like professional ceramicists. And like I'm not a member of a studio in Brooklyn yet. And so I feel like logistically that's a tougher one. And I think you've mentioned before, like ceramics feels like a higher barrier to entry for a lot of people because it is like kiln fired.
Right. So if we did something that's like people literally using their trash.
Yeah. Do you think people would show up with bags of trash?
We could invite them to. We could. I feel like it hits this like the sustainability side, the reuse side, the creative sort of like open-ended prompt. Like we could use a wine bottle like this example that we have on the table here, but we could also just be like, you know, bring some packaging material and we could obviously provide.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can start saving trash.
Should I pack a suitcase full of recycled materials? Bring it with me?
No,
which is also a reason that I like the scrap weaving, the scrap fabric weaving one. Like, you don't have scrap fabric. I have so much of it.
Yeah. Like, I think if we were doing the workshop here in Detroit, maybe we could do the scrap fabric, but it's less feasible for you to like lug all your scraps of fabric
to New York.
Yeah. Also, from the Venn diagram standpoint, I'm personally less confident that I could sell a scrap like fabric, like a fiber art workshop.
True. Because people don't know. Yeah.
Even though it's kind of fiber art adjacent, because it's lettering adjacent.
Yeah.
I think I could sell that for like crafty letterers.
Yeah.
The paper mobile is pretty and interesting. I do worry about the transport of it back home. Like, they'd have to reassemble it, I think, back home.
Right. Or it would have to like collapse flat, which feels difficult. I mean, I feel like based on our conversation just now, the one that we're most excited about is the like finding a way to do paper mache, whether it's taper mache or building some sort of armature. Trash craft.
Because I think what's interesting is the felt pennant like checks a lot of the boxes, like it works.
Yeah.
But clearly, passion-wise,
yeah, like that one doesn't light me up as much. Like, I absolutely think that we could do it and I would have fun doing it.
Yeah.
But something about like getting more dirty, like using our hands to apply.
It feels more aligned with play.
Yes.
To mold like let's upcycle something, very playful.
Yeah.
Like, you're basically like repurposing like what you already have and then like smushing, whether it's tape, paper mache, or like joint compound onto like a armature, just feels a little bit more playful.
Yeah. And like anything where we're getting messy and like things are not perfect feels in alignment with what I'm trying to do. Like, reject perfectionism is something that I keep teaching and saying in my workshops. Like, we're not trying to get this to look exactly like a croissant. We want this to be a DIY. Like, I want it to look handmade.
That is true. Doing the like paper mache trash crafts over the years has helped me release some perfectionism. Obviously, this is not a good example because I did spend a lot of time making this look nice. But like this vase in front of us, using trash as the armature and like tape to like hold it all together, you're never going to get a perfect sphere. It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's actually impossible, or you're going to drive yourself crazy. I think if we were to do this like trash craft paper mache workshop, as long as we can find a medium that cures quickly enough to paint within like a, let's say this is like what, a half to full day workshop window. Like, as long as we can do that and set timelines where people start painting at a certain time.
Yeah.
Like, stop armaturing, start putting the whatever wet thing on, and then start painting.
Right. That's
fine.
Yeah. I think, okay, so then that we need to kind of think about like, all right, we're starting to think about timing and pricing. Can we sell trash craft as an all-day workshop?
Next week on Crash Course, we are going to answer the age-old question of, can we sell trash craft as a workshop?
One man's trash is another man's treasure, as they say.
This is true. We will be hammering out the details of how this workshop is going to work logistically, how much we're going to charge for it, can we make money from it, and just really refining this idea that we're truly both jazzed about, but kind of finessing it to make it like a marketable workshop.
Yeah, brainstorming part 2.
Yeah.
Hey, we're actually hosting this workshop on November 13th in New York City.
You can sign up with the link in the show notes. Hope to see you there.
Crash Course is a chaotic creative miniseries created by me, Rachael Renee.
And me, Lauren Hom.
And our producer, editor, and self-titled podcast gremlin, Kristle Marshall.
Special thanks to our patrons for early access to episodes and bonus content, or to just show us some love, support us on Patreon. Link is in the show notes.
And give us a boost by liking, rating, sharing your favorite episodes with your creative pals, and maybe just send us a nice message on Instagram.
Yes, please. Talk at you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.